Yo, yo.
Yo,
Uno,
yo,
you ready?
let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, man. You already know. It's your boy, the Maniac. Welcome to another episode of 15 Rounds of Boxing Podcast presented to you by Four,
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 Four, Four
four
Corner.
corners.
And listen, man, today's only the two-man weave. It'll just be
Uh,
me and my brother. Of course, y'all know him, man. World's famous ball for ball.
yeah,
Spar with anyone. My brother
yeah.
Uno, you know. Uno, what's
Yes,
going
sir.
on, brother?
Maniac was good, my brother.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Listen, let's not waste no time
Yeah,
because
yeah,
there's a lot to talk about.
yeah,
So
yeah.
last
First,
weekend,
real quick. Shout out the bros. Shout out X.
oh
Shout
yeah,
out Mo. Handling their business. We got y'all
yeah, yeah,
brothers. You already know. Hold it down.
yeah,
What's
man.
that, brother?
Shout out, definitely, man. Mo and X feel better, my brothers. I know that feeling, man. But
Word,
they'll
word.
good. They'll be back next week. So Uno, we had
Yes,
three
sir.
cars last weekend. We had
Yeah,
Friday, we had
yeah,
Saturday, we had Sunday. And before I let
yeah.
you get in the kitchen and
Uh-huh.
you give me your thoughts on Friday's cards, shout to Cash 420,
Yes,
the
yes.
Luminous Studios. We had
Yes,
the fight
yes.
party, was a success. Shout to
Yes,
everybody
made it
that pulled
PR.
up. Too many names, too many people to name. I don't want to leave anyone out. Shout to everybody who pulled up and showed the team support, man. And that's the first one of the year and first of many. Believe that.
Yes,
Because we going to get in the kitchen. But
for
anyway,
sure.
we were there. Uno, first fight of the car. You
Yeah,
had Teofimo Lopez
yeah.
defending his WBO
Uh-huh.
slash Ring Magazine, which is considered a lineal belt,
Yes.
meaning you're the man of the division, against
Yeah,
undefeated Arnold Barbosa Jr. What
yeah.
was your thoughts on that fight, man? And what do you want to see next from Tio?
Um, honestly, man, we just gotta keep it a buck. The Friday call was underwhelming. Um, yeah, to
You
say
put
the least,
that's
man.
nice. You
Yeah,
saying it nicely.
yeah, underwhelming. You know what I mean? It was sanitation day. You know what I mean? As far as the fight goes, T.O. did good. He's solid. He looked solid. Um, but it was, to me, it seems basic, right? Like we already discussed the levels. We already knew Barboza Jr. Wasn't on the same level or didn't have the same skill level as Theo, right?
Yeah,
And we pretty much predicted that Theo would win unanimous if he came on his A game. And I wouldn't say he came on his A game. I would say like maybe a B minus. You know what I mean? But his B minus is good enough to beat Barboza, especially when Barboza didn't press the issue. You see what I'm saying? He didn't come in there looking like he was trying to, like, all that animosity he had. I don't know where it went. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where it went. Yo, Jess, yeah, we already on, Jess.
just we good. Oh,
Yeah, so
yeah.
um, so yeah, I mean, T.O. did his thing. He won. Pretty easy fight, simple fight. Was there no spectacular moments in the fight necessarily? Uh, I just felt like T.O. could have did it more. Like, could have stopped him probably. Dude was in there looking nervous. You know what I'm saying? And you was hitting him whenever you wanted to. You was too busy doing dances and all this extra shit instead of finishing your plate. You know what I mean? So it was, to me, it was a pretty good performance by T.O. Nothing to sit there and say that he'll definitively beat anybody that he's facing next. As far as next, being that we're gonna get to those other fights, um, Ryan lost, right? Haney won. So this is all mixed matched right now. So I guess Theo and Haney would be a good scrap. You know what I mean? just to keep the momentum going, keep these top fighters fighting each other. You know what I'm saying, and keep the ball rolling, right? Um, and for me, it's kind of like the it should have sorted itself out, right? Because we always had questions about Ryan and his passion for the sport and et cetera, right? Or as much a boxer he is actually, right? Um, and you know, as much as we want to say about Haney, we know Haney's a boxer. That's all he does. I mean, he has the passion for the sport, even though he clearly has to get some of it back. And we know Tio is a boxer, right? So even though a lot of people maybe have wanted to see that Haney Garcia rematch because of what happened or how it happened, this is probably going to be a better fight. You know what I'm saying? Because moving forward, we want to see the best fighters fighting the best. And Ryan, skill wise, is not up there. You know, he has that left hook. He has the draw for the money, but as a pure fighter, we know he's not a pure boxer, pure fighter, right? So, you know, I think it might be a blessing in disguise. The shit went the way it went. Um, and I think the next thing Tio should be looking forward to is Haney.
No doubt. So speaking of Haney, that was the second fight of that card.
Mm-hmm.
We know Haney, former undisputed lightweight champion, moved up to 140. Got a strap by beating Regis Prograis. We know
Mm-hmm.
what happened in his next fight with Ryan. This was
Mm-hmm.
Haney's first fight back since
Mm-hmm.
that Ryan fight. He went up
Yep.
against former unified junior welterweight champion Jose Ramirez. Talk
Mm-hmm.
to me on that fight. Uno, what was your thoughts on that performance by Haney?
Yo, gotta beat though, man. Listen, yo, he had PTSD. PTSD, man. You know what I'm saying? He looks scared to death. You know what I'm saying? As far as pulling the trigger, letting his hands go. Um, eventually he didn't really ever get in a groove in the fight. He threw some punches later on in the fight. Wasn't no groove though, no rhythm. Uh he looked bad footwork. It almost looked like he was an amateur. You know what I mean? It looked real amateurish in that ring. And then with Ramirez, it looked like he was just happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because if there would have been any time to pull off an upset with the way Haney was looking, it would have been then. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we know Ramirez is he's you know we also said that last episode he's trigger shy too. He don't like to pull it. You know what I mean? He always hesitant to throw punches and all that type of shit. But this would have been that one time, basing off the who you fighting. You in the ring with him. You see how he's looking. What you scared of? You're not scared of getting knocked out. So you would only be scared of getting punches or punch or getting caught coming in. But Haney wasn't throwing. So it was like I don't know, man. I don't know what none of these fighters was really doing. Maybe the environment got to them. Times Square had them shook. They ain't used to being in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I don't know, but that fight was even worse than fucking the first fight. Haney's performance, that shit was. I'm not even gonna grade his performance. He got an incomplete. Man got an incomplete. You know what I'm saying? That's what he gets for this shit. You know what I'm saying? He got an incomplete, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Retake, nigga. You gotta take a retest, man. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that was yeah, that
Yeah,
was very underwhelming, man. And you pretty much mentioned who would you like for him to get in the ring with next, based on the first fight you
yeah,
broke down, which is To. So um,
yeah, yeah. And I'll just say this. If he get in there looking like that against Tio, it's not gonna look good for him. I know that for sure. If he get in that
yeah,
ring looking like that against Tio. So I don't know if he goes straight to Tio. He might actually need another tune up,
yeah,
another fights. But I mean, the Haneys, they're real cocky, confident, arrogant. They believe in themselves, which they should, I guess. So knowing them, they'll probably just keep going in stride and say, fuck it, go get the bag with Tio.
yeah. No doubt,
Yeah.
no doubt. And then the main event, right? You had Ryan Garcia versus Rolando Rolly Romero. Um, Ryan Garcia's first fight back since his suspension. And
Mhm,
Rolly, he's very similar to Cambosos. He just
mhm,
keep getting fight after fight, even he gets
mhm,
stopped, beat up.
mhm.
what was your thought on that fight and your thoughts on the shakeup? Rolly upsetting the apple call, man. He threw a
Yeah,
wrench in all of this,
yeah,
without a doubt.
yeah, without a doubt, and did it convincingly. Shout out to Rolly. I think he got new trainers and shit now too. Yo, the toolbox look like he added a few things. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't really judge because the Ryan nigga, I was like, it's hard to tell. I'm like, yo, this nigga had Rolly in there looking like he was, Rolly was hitting him with the Philly shell. He was countering, walking him down, applying pressure, catching him with slight combos, and he dropped him in the second round.
Yeah.
Uh oh, let's go, Knicks. Sorry,
They,
just pulled it off again. Came back again,
two,
man. New York Knicks.
2-0? They up
Yeah,
2-0?
yeah.
Oh, James is
Mikal
sick.
Bridges again. Yeah, yeah. That's crazy. Anyway, shout to the Knicks if y'all ain't know. This is NY, you heard? But yeah, so with the and the Rolly shit, like you said, Maniac, major wrench, right? Because it was supposed to be Ryan Haney. All they had to do was win those fights and they would have set up the rematch. Right? So that's why I say, you know, I don't think I don't know where Rolly fits in this equation. You would have to help me with that one because it's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where to put him, but I do like the performance. Came out focused, looked super strong. You know what I'm saying? And we already know he has the power. The power is like that's that short bus. Like even if he wasn't trying to be strong, he's strong. You know what I'm saying? So if he's fucking if these new coaches is tightening them up them skills, this might be a new reemergence for Rolly. You know what I'm saying? And as far as potential of stopping niggas, you never know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where Rolly goes from here. I don't know where he goes. Ryan,
Yeah.
I don't even know if he wants to box no more, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He got 20
Yeah.
million. He probably just, I don't know, man. But yeah, so the whole card was trash. Uh, the fight night party was fire.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, the party was fire, but the fights was trash. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Right.
you know
Great,
what I mean?
great way to put it, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, look, my thoughts, I'll just start from the main event down.
Yeah, do your
Rolly,
thing.
Rolly, Rolly Ryan. You want to talk about a snooze fest? This was it. But shout to Rolly. He stuck to the jab. No matter whether sometimes it looked good, sometimes it didn't. He stuck to it, and that's all he needed. Ryan absolutely showed I mean, no
Nothing.
discipline. And he showed no adjustments. He was so basic in this fight that it was atrocious. Now, there was times where when he threw the jab, he has the faster hands, but he didn't do it consistently. And
Nope.
you let someone like Rolly, look, I ain't got no beef for Rolly. I really don't. But he's one of the most basic fighters in all of boxing. You get
Mm-hmm.
outboxed by Rolly, there's a problem. Now, I
Yeah.
understood. Now, I understand if he outfought Ryan. He took him to the schoolyard. He took him to the yard, C-74. He took him to the bathroom, bang, bang.
Mm-hmm.
I could get that. I could see that. Like, yo, no, he outboxed Ryan. Now, it wasn't a pretty performance, but he did it nonetheless. And it was
Yeah.
definitive. It was a
Definitive.
definitive win. No controversy. I'm glad they didn't rob Rolly. He
Word.
deserved the win because he won that fight. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, as far as what's next for both fighters, it's interesting because regardless, as much as I really don't want to even see Ryan again,
Me
he
neither.
is a big draw. He's
Yep.
still a big draw. So chances are he's gonna get into another big fight next. But Rolly deserves a big fight.
Yeah.
regardless how even I feel about him, he deserves
Mm-hmm.
it. He went in there, he was supposed to be full, and he was
Uh-huh.
far from that.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
of course, Rolly's another one. Yes, majority of his big fights, he get cooked, he gets stopped. But one thing he could do, he could sell a fight. And he does this. And he does it to the point where it's not annoying. You're like, oh, this he get me on my nerves. It's
Yeah.
funny. He makes you laugh.
Yeah.
And you be
It's
like, yo,
funny.
this
Yeah.
this dude Rolly
What?
straight
Yeah.
yellow bus shit. Yellow bus shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like your
Pure.
special ed
Pure
friends.
yellow.
And shout to special ed. You know what I'm saying? No beef. You know, shout
Nothing
to
against
special ed.
them. No, 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 no.
Nothing
Yeah,
against them.
definitely.
And we know. So, bro, he he against Tio, he against Haney. Bro,
Uh-huh.
listen, he against look, I'll do this. I'll give you another one. You really want to see him
Boots.
battle for put him against Paro. Or better yet,
Mm.
I give I'll give you a fight that I would love to see. Give him the winner of Paro Matias. He deserves a
Mm.
title shot. I would like to see him and
Mm.
Matias because that's gonna be an
Oh
action-packed
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
They
Night
gonna
night.
come to
Somebody go
straight.
night night. Yeah,
Oh, absolutely
yeah,
night night,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
So it's
TM.
it's gonna be up in the air to see which direction Rolly's team go. But
Uh-huh.
if I had to bet, he's gonna get a big fight, man. Um, Down the line because of this performance. Haney now on to Haney Ramirez. Now look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not the biggest fan of Haney and his pops, but I'm not a hater neither. I call it
Uh-huh.
like it is. We know Haney is talented. We know
Uh-huh.
Haney could box. That's a given. But let's not sit here and act like what he did on Friday was boxing, because it sure wasn't. Like you said, PTSD. It was jab, jab, Uber, jab, jab, Uber. He was
I
right
don't
now.
even
He was
think
he was
I don't even think it was a jab jab. It was jab, Uber, lift. Yeah. And then there was nigga, Times Square, they be having the horse carriages and shit. You know what I mean? That nigga took the Uber to the lift to the horse carriage, back to the ring, jab, and then took the shit backwards, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this
yeah.
nigga.
And you want to see one thing you look at, Uno, when the
Yeah.
fighter comes back from their first loss,
Uh-huh.
especially the one he
That
did. Now
yeah.
buy it on record. He's still undefeated. But we know what it is. Us real
But we could
boxing
see.
fans know
We could
what it
see
is.
it too though.
We
Now
can
we could
see it.
see it.
It
He's
was a
lost
loss.
his soul. His soul
And
ain't right.
yes, correct. So to my Haney fans and even Ryan fans, because Ryan fans, y'all doing bad right now. Y'all down bad. At least Haney, Team Haney, they got the win. And it was
Yep.
definitive. It was
Yep.
ugly. It was atrocious, but it
Disgusting.
was a win.
Yes.
He still got the
Yes.
win. So what I will say this, man, if I'm Bill Haney, I do not put my son in with someone who could punch. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Don't
Nope.
do it.
Nope.
Don't do it. You
Nope.
not that I want to see this fight, Uno, and not saying I'm um pushing for this
Advocating.
fight, but he put him in there with Barbosa. Put Haney in there with Barbosa. That's the kind of fighters he's gonna have to fight. He's not gonna get
That's
in
what
there.
I agree.
He's
I
not gonna
agree.
get in there. And maybe Tio. And you know why I'm gonna say Tio? And I'm gonna get to that fight next. Because like you
Mm-hmm.
said, he leaves a lot to be desired in the ring. He leaves a
Yeah,
lot on the
Tio.
plate. It's like, yo, bro, you
Mm-hmm.
gonna leave those 2 pieces of chicken, fam? Nah, pass that
Word.
over here. You wildin'. Like, eat
Word.
that. So if I'm Bill Haney and Haney and Devin, yo,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't. Let's get Tio because he ain't gonna go for the kill. He gonna try to outbox us, and you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's down our alley. That's down
Mm-hmm.
our alley. Now, regardless though, is Tio gonna be on his front foot, pressuring Haney, and he's moving? We don't know. That might be the case, but
Never know with
also
that guy.
you never know. And we mentioned it in last week's show, Uno, regarding Ramirez. He tricked that he don't got the trigger, bro. He got the gun
at
with no
all.
trigger on it. There's no trigger. He can't pull it.
He got that.
He can't pull it. That's it. Like, there's nothing there. So I'm not shocked at all by Ramirez's performance. I expected more from Haney, honestly. Not saying I was
Way more.
expecting him to stop Ramirez
No,
or him
no,
to,
no.
but I expected him to look similar to why he did against Regis Prograis. We don't, and like you said, Haney, his soul might be gone. You're right. His soul
Yeah,
might be
yeah,
gone, bro.
yeah,
You know, Chucky, they Dewey
yeah,
Dembala. When
yeah.
try to take your soul, give me the power, I beg of you.
Yeah, he caught that nigga. He caught that nigga when they was in army camp. Devin is one of the
Yeah.
niggas from the army camp. Shit, like he caught that nigga.
So I tell you, man. But nonetheless, shout to Haney. He won the fight, you know. And we'll see that he has a plethora of options for him. But
Yep.
if I'm his team, I'm being very cautious on who I put him in there with. Especially, I try to avoid punches, at least for the next fight or two,
Yeah, he needs.
right?
I agree with you. What you said the first time around, because what I mentioned was that he might need another tune-up, but a solid fight. And you said Barboza Jr. I think that would be
Yeah.
the smarter move before he tries a Theo or somebody of a different caliber.
Yes, yes. So that was the second fight, and of course, the Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barbosa Jr., which was the first fight. And again, of all three fights, Teo looked the best. Not excellent. He didn't look phenomenal. He looked good. He just looked better. He was more fluid. Those twitch muscles was there. That movement was there. That
Mm-hmm.
athleticism was there. The skill
Mm-hmm.
was on deck. It just wasn't at its full capacity. But nonetheless, he gets it done. You know, he outboxes Barbosa. But yes, I agree 100%. He could have done more. He could have put his
Yeah.
foot on the gas more
Yeah.
because Uno, like we mentioned last week, bro, you in there with a dude with just 11 NyQuils, bro,
This is
out of
what I'm
32
saying.
wins.
And this is the thing. And this is the thing. And it goes back to, yo, niggas talk too much, man. Y'all talk so fucking much outside the ring. Theo, Haney, right? It's like y'all talk. I'm this, I'm that. Niggas can't fuck with me. When do we see this, bro? And that's the thing with Theo. He saw that he could style on this nigga. He knew his levels was above, and he downed his level, like he always
Correct.
does. You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
And it's like, yo, dog, I'm not, yo, they don't get those passes no more. If you're gonna talk like that, you gotta walk like that. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying?
Fact.
And being that he knew he was the first fight, you knew you could have stilled the show. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have stole that easily. Let these niggas know, all right, whichever one of y'all niggas is next got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, you want to be out there smiling and being and dancing by Chop Down Southside. You know what I mean?
Tapping his
Break
foot,
dancing.
his heels.
Yeah.
Like,
Get the
come
fuck
on,
out of
man.
here. You not
Yeah.
Savion Glover. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But yeah, man. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So look, man, I'll say this. Shout to the Turk, right? He put it together. As far as the fighters not performing, that's not on him. He gave y'all money because y'all say the bag. Oh, the bag. If the bag is right, if the bag is right, the bag was right, and your fucking performance was caca-doodle. So
Yeah.
y'all got
Yep.
nothing. The
And that
only
goes,
people to blame.
oh,
Go
that's a
ahead.
good thing. To my fault, Maniac, right?
Yeah.
Niggas like Theo, they always beefing about what they get paid. This is why you get paid what you get paid, man. You know what I'm saying? This
There
is
you
why
go.
Bob didn't mind letting, you know what I'm saying? Didn't let mind letting you go. Like, listen, man, like you dudes want to do all this talking, and then we go on the other side, a person that we didn't expect to be where he's at, look at Keyshawn, right? Doing all the talking. Bob stuck with him, right? And he's showing improvement, whether niggas like him or not. You know what I mean? He's showing growth in his boxing ability and his business and all of that. So it's like, yo, man, y'all niggas, man, all that talking is not gonna get y'all nowhere if y'all not backing it.
Correct. Correct, man. So That was that. Like you said, Uno, the car was trash, but the Four Corners party wasn't. We
Mm-hmm.
we we, we got it popping. We had
Mm-hmm.
a good time. We
And
did we
like you
did what
said,
we
Turkey put that event on. So I'm sure that the event, the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? We saw the fighters that was there, the celebrities, Tyson and all of them. So I'm sure the atmosphere, and that's another thing. Like, yo, dude, if I'm in that ring in front of that crowd, nigga, I'm going bonkers. I'm going bonkers. First fight in Times Square, y'all niggas do a dud. Oh
You're
man.
right. You're right. You're right, man. That was a perfect opportunity to put on, not only for yourself but for the sport as well. But they fail.
Exactly.
They get an F. The
Exactly.
fighters get a big fat F for that card. All right, moving on. That was Friday. So now here comes Saturday, right? Now we move to Saudi. We go across the world. We got the face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez, right? So did you see the whole call, Uno, or no?
I saw most of the fights. I saw
All right. Did you get to see the Bacoli a Jagba fight?
yeah, I saw that.
All right. So I'm gonna I'm gonna let you go. There was three fights before the main event. Let's just let's run. We'll go back and forth on these. You'll give your thoughts on the fight, and I'll go right after you. A Jagba versus Holy Moly Bacoli.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me.
All right,
What was
well,
your thoughts on that fight?
bat battle of the Africans, man. Shout out to my African brothers and sisters, man.
You,
You know what I'm
you,
saying?
you know.
First and
He said,
foremost.
he said, eat lion. I eat lion. You don't eat lion. I eat lion.
They was talking some shit. They was talking some shit leading up to it. I like the talk. I like all the energy. Um, it was a solid scrap, man. A Jogba, man, went in the toolbox. You know what I mean? He boxed very well.
That measuring tape
He
was out on
Yeah,
deck.
out. Yeah. The measurement tape was on deck. Um, and he gathered up his rounds. You know what I'm saying? He won a lot of them early rounds. Stayed out of harm's way. Bacoli, I think he still doesn't look in shape, right? Like, I mean, he's not ever gonna look in shape, like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as he goes, his endurance and shit like that. And then he did mention it, I think after the fight, um, how I don't think he had the whole training camp, or he had, like, I don't know, something about training camp. Uh, Whatever. Long story short, uh, he still fought well. He fought like he usually does. You know what I'm saying? He looked a step slow. Ajagba's jab, his 1-2 was killing him. But towards the end of the fight, Ajagba started getting a little comfortable, and that's when Bacoli started landing some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it got a little scary towards the end of the fight. Um, but I think Ajagba pulled it off. They gave it a draw. Um, But I think Ajagba should have won that shit. But I think he got it like 116, 112, around there. Um, it was a solid scrap. I still want to see Bacoli. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to see Bacoli, man. He's just a good dude. He's entertaining and he's humble. Um, I wouldn't mind seeing that rematch. They both said they would like a rematch. I wouldn't mind seeing that on a to open up another card. You know what I'm saying? It was a good scrap, good heavyweight scrap. Um, and shout out to Jogbar, man. If he could add on to that type of boxing he displayed, we know he has pop, he has power. If he could add on to that, what he did against Bacoli, he might have his resurrection. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
solid. I think it was a win for him. So I'm gonna say solid win for Jogba. He got the draw. Um, and I wouldn't mind seeing the rematch.
No, man, absolutely. Absolutely. Great breakdown. Look, man, I've never seen a Jagba go into the toolbox like that. He
Never.
went to Home Depot. He made a trip before the fight, and he looked good, man. His movement, his lateral movement, what I'm saying, his side to side, his everywhere, bro. Bacoli couldn't really cut off the ring. And when
Nope.
he did, a Jagba put that jab right in his face, those 1-2s, bing bang, bang bang,
Bing
boom
bang.
boom. He was just getting, it was doorbell, bing bing, bang. He said, "Nah, homie, you ain't looking through this peak hole." Bing. And but Coley to the point where he was getting frustrated,
Yep.
standing in the middle of the ring, like, "Yo, you come
Try to
over
come
here now,
here.
homie." It don't
Nah,
work like that.
nah.
And it don't work like that. Come get me. Come, what Jay-Z? Come and get
Get
me.
me.
So, but like you mentioned, as the fight progressed, but
Mm-hmm.
Coley was starting to close the distance. And when
Mm-hmm.
he did, he landed some fucking bombs, bro.
Yeah.
And a
That nigga hit
Jogba
hard.
showed one hell of a chin. Because I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you right now, I want to
Most niggas
say eight, 8 out of 10 heavyweights are going down.
night.
They
Hell yeah.
they going night getting hit by Bacoli like that. You know what I'm saying? But a Jogba, yo, he found a way. And it looked like moments was like,
Yup.
here
Yup.
we go. It's gonna happen. But he didn't. He persevered. He showed
Mm-hmm.
resolve. He showed dog, got back on his bike, did what
Mm-hmm.
worked for him the whole fight. 100% as Jogba won that fight. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it was a definitive close fight.
Yep.
I'm not going to say robbery, but he should have won that fight.
Yeah,
He
he
get a
won.
majority draw. And yeah, whether they run it back or not, there's a lot of good fights for both fighters, man.
And they
At,
didn't
at
take a lot of
heavyweight.
damage. They didn't take
They
a, like,
didn't
a
take
lot
a
of
lot of
damage.
damage.
So
So
that would be fire too. Is if they come. When is the Dubois Usyk card?
July.
Oh yeah, that's too close. Too close.
Too close, yeah. That's next, like in 2 months. So that was the opener. To me was the most entertaining fight.
Yeah.
Let's move to the second fight, which was the rematch. We had Jaime Munguia versus
Mm-hmm.
Bruno Sarache from France. In the
Mm-hmm.
first fight, just in case people weren't aware, he stopped Munguia in their first fight in his hometown of Mexico with
In front
only
of his
four. He
people.
had 4 NyQuils going into that fight. Only 4. Munguia made it 5.
Mm-hmm.
Uno, what was your performance on Munguia's get back?
I like to get back. I like to get back. He seemed a little hesitant in the beginning. A little hesitant. But unlike Ryan, unlike Devin, you know what I'm saying? He fought through. You know what I mean? And towards the end of the fight, he started to show some of that Munguia that we knew, that we used to seeing. But he mostly boxed him. He showed the levels, the skills in the boxing, which looked good for Munguia because that's his, going into the toolbox like we always say, right? It's showing another level that he has that he could go to. We know he is a dog. We know he could get in the phone booth. We know he could take a punch, all that type of shit. But
Yes.
we also see now, you know what I mean, put that measurement tape, get the drill gun, got some combinations. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't always have to go for that knockout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think he stayed poised. There was times where I felt like he could have stepped on the gas more. You know what I mean? Like I felt like he could have stepped on the gas a little bit more. Also, that little hesitancy was, because he's worried about that hook all night. You know what I'm saying? But I think he performed well. I give him like a B plus. And I think he's right back in it. You know what I'm saying? I think he's right back in it. I don't think they even worried about no third fight with dude
No,
or whatever.
no,
He
no,
shouldn't
no.
be. Get back to where, to the levels and try to get back to the title shot.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, look, it was, it wasn't an exciting fight. Early on, Bruno Sarache, man, he was moving well. He was boxing well.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of giving Munguia problems, but
Mm-hmm.
Munguia's aggression and his body work, I think, slowed down Sarache. And that's not only it slowed him down with his movement, but it also slowed him down with his activity. And I
Yeah.
think Munguia just outworked him from there. And you mentioned uh, the key word was poise. He kept
Yeah.
poise.
Mm-hmm.
Munguia didn't force nothing. He just said, this is the way I'm gonna win this fight, then that's how I'm gonna do it. He
Mm-hmm.
just outworked them. He boxed them. It wasn't, again, Munguia's not a known to be a boxer, but again, he found a way to win. You want to be a fighter. You got to win fights in different ways. So Munguia did show that in this fight. He got the win, and at 168, being that he's a Mexican fighter, a
Yep.
warrior,
Mm-hmm.
anybody he fight is going to be a big fight. And we know
Mm-hmm.
which one we want. We want that Balanga Munguia.
Yeah,
I
of
want
course,
that
of course,
Balanga Munguia,
of
bro.
course, of
I
course.
hopefully
Mm-hmm.
that's a fight we get down the line and
It should
soon.
line up. It should line up with this Four Corners matchmaking. It should line up with Charlo Caleb. You feel me? That should be the same.
Ooh,
You feel me? You know what I mean?
ooh.
That should be. That sounds like a card for that we should see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because the winner of that should fight each other, and the loser of that could fight each other. You feel
listen,
me? And
I
and
mean,
then we got Balanga and Shiraz over there cooking up. Yeah, 168 is crazy, son. That shit
yeah. It's
crazy.
and remember, like you said, Charlo's going to 168. So 168
Yeah,
is about to be heavy hitter
yeah.
city. So very
Uh-huh.
interesting. I'm glad Munguia got the win because,
Yes.
like I said, he can make for big fights. Now
Uh-huh.
on to the co-main event. Now I'm gonna be honest. This was the fight where I said, let me conserve some energy and kind of close my eyes a little bit because I needed to see the main event. Right, I couldn't fall asleep for the main event. So we
Oh, that's what made me out here with the conservation of energy, son. You know what I mean?
so
Like,
yeah, so we had Badu Jack Cruiserweight, shout to Badu, former
mm-hmm,
TMT fighter,
mm-hmm.
defending his WBC strap against Armenian fighter Malkazian.
You tried, you
I'm
tried,
botching
you
his
tried,
name.
you
I
tried.
forgot.
You
So
tried, man.
from what I saw, the in and out, it was just a regular boxing performance
Yeah,
by Badu. Nothing over the top. He got it
nothing.
done. He defends his title.
Yeah.
Now he could get a unification with Gilberto Ramirez or Ja Opata, which we all agree he's to me the number one cruiserweight.
Cruiserweight. Yeah, yeah.
So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But shout to Badu Jack. Do you want to
Welcome
elaborate
back.
on that fight or you don't
No,
care?
sir. No, sir. No, sir. I don't.
Yeah,
Or what I will
yeah,
say though,
yeah.
it is Badu got to get back in shape. You know what I mean? Got to get in shape.
Okay.
Um, Looked a little sloppy. You know what I mean? From what we used to seeing Badu, how we used to seeing Badu, physically, uh, stamina wise, endurance wise. That's why I think it was a lot of phone booth fighting. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too much moving around and shit like that. But other than that, man, Badu's always been a solid fighter. So,
Yeah.
he's gonna give anybody he fights a tough outing. So
Absolutely, man. First of all, just real quick, let me just go through the chat. Shout
yeah,
the
yeah.
X for he says, "Wow, Maniac without a fitted cap is like a solar eclipse, rare breed."
Ah,
Shout to the sis Jenny. I see
sis, what
you.
up?
MD Productions. What up, my
What
guy?
up? What
What
up?
it
What up?
do? What it do? All right, man. So that leads us to the main event of the Saudi call. We at the unified champ. Saul Canelo Alvarez going up against the IBF champion, um, Skull, William Skull. This fight was for undisputed at super middleweight.
Mhm.
Uno, give
Mm-mm-mm.
us your take, man.
Basura, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, dogs. I mean, lackluster. I mean, and we said this from the beginning. You know what I mean? And it's no knock to like we salute all boxers that get in the ring, put your life on the line, all of that, right? But who is this dude? Skull. The only Skull I know is when I used to take shots with my Viking brothers. You know what I mean? And we say Skull.
Oh,
You feel me? Yeah, like this nigga. Who was this guy? Who was this guy? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it's like one of those fights, and Canelo gets these fights every now and then, man. Where it's just like, you know, and we can say what we want about him. But this is, it comes with being a big dog, right? Calling all the shots. Boy got 80 mil. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy got 80 mil. You know what I'm saying? Up front, like. So, uh, it was an easy scrap, but nothing special, man. I just felt like he was cruising through, getting rounds in. I guess he probably could have took dude out. Dude ain't really even try. Skull ain't really go too hard either. It's like he was happy to be there. Um, and for me, and as you saw at the end of the fight, you know what this is about, man. You know what I mean? He can say what he want, man. You know who he's worried about, man. Because that next fight you got coming up, my nigga, you get in the ring looking like that. Yeah, that nigga ain't Skull. I don't care how many divisions he coming up, boy. And you
Yeah,
seen him standing across the ring from him. You feel me? Yeah, by the time that fight happened, my boy gonna be solid and ready. You feel me?
yeah,
So it was smart for Canelo to just get some rounds in, I think. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to even go, press the issue. You know what I mean? Get some stamina, endurance, right? Let the crowd see him. You know what I'm saying? Because he only comes out once, twice a year, right? And that was basically, just putting a light sparring performance. It was like a sparring match. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can really say about it. I would have liked, I would have liked, as we get to the next card, I would have liked to see Canelo show why he's the face. You know what I'm saying? Not just because of the bag you get. We know the bag you get. We know you get the biggest bag. But then we also expect a certain type of performance that comes with being that guy. You know what I'm saying? And we know you him. It's not just like it's a fluke. Like we know you him. You feel me? So lackluster, not
yeah,
special.
yeah.
But shout out to Canelo, man.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. Like you said, I'm not going to even really waste too much time on this, breakdown. The only thing what I was upset with is that William Skull. First of all, you're not, you don't have an exciting style. You get the opportunity of a lifetime. You didn't need to win this fight, my man. You just
Just
at
fight.
least had to look good, look competitive, and now nobody want to see you, bro. They don't care if
Done.
you're on the Discovery Channel, MTV,
Nat
Nickelodeon. We
Geo.
don't. We Nat Geo. We don't want to see you, bro. We don't want to see you. Stay in Europe. Stay in Germany. He's
Yeah.
a Cuban and fight. Stay over there, bro.
Yeah.
Because
Stay.
you just you like you said, Uno. He was just happy to be there. Oh, look at me. I'm in the ring with Canelo. And mind
Exactly.
you, and mind you. Doing the bare minimum, he was winning rounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So imagine if he would have went full throttle.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's what bothers me. And
Because I
that's what
can't respect.
bothers me
Can't
with
respect it.
shit like that. And then another thing that bothered me was Canelo. After the fight, they kind of asked him like, "Hey, listen, yeah, I don't like fighters that run, basically." Motherfucker, there was a dude by the name of Benavides who
You
he's
heard?
like a car. He's a car with broken brakes. All he
You
do is
heard?
come forward.
You heard?
Yeah, what happened there? Yeah, what happened there? Oh, oh, yeah. Fuck out of
Yeah.
here, talking like
Yeah.
that. When there
Yeah.
was fights for you. But anyway, obviously after the fight, we saw what's gonna happen. We know what's coming in September. We got Canelo Alvarez going up against Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
Look, I know
Yeah.
I feel the opposite from you. I'm not really intrigued by this fight because of the weight difference. But if Bud go up there, if Bud goes up there and does his thing, and I'm not even if he doesn't even win the fight, if he just goes up there and it's like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
then I gotta
Mm-hmm.
salute him. But if he goes up there and win, look, people could say what they want. I get it. There was something off with Spence that fight, but that has nothing to do with Bud. They signed a contract. He took care of his business. He goes up there, he beats Canelo. Then you have to at least consider. I will. Bud is the best fighter in the last 10 years, hands down, no debating. Because
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
just be crazy because
Yeah.
it's not him going up. That's already a tall task in itself. You're fighting against one of the best fighters in boxing who
Mm-hmm.
still got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's fighting the washed up Canelo. No, he's not fighting the
Mm-mm.
washed up
Mm-mm.
Canelo. So no
Mm-mm.
one can say nothing. So look, and the good thing is that Bud is gonna get paid very, very well. The only
Mm-hmm.
thing, I know you guys love the pause. He in there holding the turkey's hand. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
Yo, I seen that. I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about. You
Yo,
know what I'm
listen.
saying?
No.
You know what I mean?
Uno, you said it. What's the room? Which room is it? The turkey room?
I'm
Yo,
trying
bro.
to tell you, son.
Bro, he's in the
Yo,
room. And
the
not only
M's,
he's in the
the
room,
M's,
he's
the
next to the
M's.
Turk. He has the chair
Mm-hmm.
next to the Turk.
Mm-hmm. And Canelo on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Yeah. So
look, it's gonna happen. It's going down. Mexican independence. I believe that's September 12th this year. It's going to be, and that's going to be also the first fight card of the Dana White, Turkey, and the Khan, their new boxing company. So let's see what kind of
yeah.
card they put on that day, and also who else they're gonna put on that card because they gotta measure it out, man. They gotta put at least two more blockbuster fights, man, which I think the Turk is gonna do. But that was Friday, that was Saturday. Two very underwhelming cards. As fight fans, we were disappointed. Not even the casuals. Even the casuals were cooking these fights, man. So it was all across the board. Everybody was upset.
Got beat though.
But then we come to Sunday. Top
Mm-hmm.
rank. Top rank.
The
This
ball
is top rank.
father.
The Bob Father. And we done cooked the Bob Father many times.
Yeah.
Sometimes he
Mm-hmm.
puts on these fight cards, mismatch. You know the outcome. And not saying in this card, we didn't predict the outcomes, but these fights were action packed at least. Uno, real quick, before we go to the main card, which was two fights, Rafael
Mm-hmm.
Espinoza versus Edward Vasquez, and of course, and the way Ramon Cardenas on the ESPN Plus portion. We had two fighters. I was looking, forward. I don't know if you saw the Emiliano Vargas fight and the Rohan Polanco fight.
I got to see a little bit of both. I didn't get to see the entirety of both of them.
Okay. So I'll break
Yeah.
it down real quick.
Yeah.
You had Emiliano fought first. Listen, of the three brothers, he's the problem.
Yeah, he's the
He's
one.
gonna
He's the one.
he's the one. And listen, Emiliano is fucking nice, bro. He is nice. Like same way I like him, the way I like Abdullah.
Mm-hmm.
They two different killers, but they killers nonetheless.
Yeah.
Bottom line,
Yeah.
Freddy
Yeah.
Krueger and Michael Myers were killers, but
Yeah.
they kill you two different ways, right?
Yeah.
These guys are just like that. They two different killers with a lot of superstar potential and they DNA. And to me, there's no doubt that these guys will be world champions multiple times as long as they stay focused and they stay hungry. Emiliano, he did it again, man. He went in there and he don't fucking play with his food.
That's
Something
not
you
what you're
want to
supposed to
see.
do.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Man, oh man. Right?
Man.
Man. And then you have Rohan Polanco going up against Marcos Madonna's brother, Fabian
Mm-hmm.
Madonna. And
Fabian.
Fabian. Now, we know there's a lot of Dominican fighters in boxing now, probably more than ever, but they still are yet to really have a superstar, right? That
Yeah, not Polanco.
superstar that now Polanco, again, I'm not saying he's the one, but I'm saying he has the potential to be the
Yeah.
one. And he has this swag about him. Now, he has this Philly shell. I wouldn't say was Ryan's Philly shell when he tried it, right? But yeah, it's a decent one, right? It's good enough, but I don't know if it's gonna be good enough once the competition gets better. But he has a good jab, he has good body work, he has good skill, and he has good footwork. So Polanco went in there, whooped Fabian Madonna's ass, and even dropped him in the last round with a body shot. So he went in there, he got busy. Now, let's get to the main card. Uno, Rafael Espinoza, Edward Vasquez. What was your thoughts on that fight, man?
What a fucking fight. Let me start by saying that. What a fight.
Hold on. The boxing source. What up, champ?
Source, what up? What up? What a fight. Shout to Vasquez, man. Boy, there's a reason he only lost to 2 champions, man. You know what I'm saying? Because dude comes to get busy. You know what I'm saying? And if he was fighting anybody else, it might have been a problem for them niggas.
Yes, sir.
But now we gotta get a name. Yo, Maniac, get this nigga's property. Yo.
Yeah.
Espinoza? Espinoza?
I'm gonna tell you when you're done.
Yo, this nigga yo, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm talking about different, this nigga threw more punches than everybody on Friday's card by the 6th round.
Aye.
Think about that. There was 3 fights. 3 fights on Friday.
And they all went the distance.
Himself.
And they all went the distance.
And by himself, he out threw and outlanded them niggas by the 5th, 6th round. B. This nigga got yo Maniac. You know what's crazy? I ain't never seen a nigga with a 5 uppercut combo.
Yeah.
Nah, son. This nigga got uppercuts on demand. It's like he's ordering. It's like he's ordering movies. He's ordering uppercuts. He's hitting this nigga uppercut. It was one time he threw 4 of them shits in a row. Uppercut. I'm like, oh, this nigga is, and he's 6'1", y'all. He's 6'1". Not only is he on that type of time, his boxing skill, entertaining. He knew the level. Once he knew he could take this nigga punch, he fought to his strength. He gave Vasquez the best opportunity that he would have in a fight, just to make it, just to see what it's like. He was walking through this nigga punches. He was getting, this nigga was getting jabbed. Like he was hitting Espinoza with some shit. Nigga would just look at him. He just kept walking him down. This nigga would hit him with 2. Espinoza hit him with 6. Bang, 1, 2 to the body. Uppercut. Left hook. Like Espinoza is, we got to get a name for this dude. We got to get a name for this dude because I'm sorry, man. 6'1".
Yeah. He's without a doubt an enigma, man. He's definitely an enigma, man.
He's different.
He's just that.
And he got the Mexican chin. He got the chin too.
Listen, man.
Hit all in his face, all night. And at the end of the fight, looked all right. Oh my God.
All night, and he looked all right.
Yo, shit was crazy.
Yeah, man. Shout the No Duck Zone. I see you in the chat, champ.
Clarence, good boy.
My brother. Yo, listen. Damn. Man, no man. Rafael Espinoza. Listen, first of all, all right, Uno, I send him some brochures.
Okay.
It's in the works.
Okay.
Area 51 is in the works.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So, Rafael Espinoza, first, he's must-see TV. If he's fighting, if you have a friend who doesn't really watch boxing and Espinoza's going to be on, you say, no, sit down. Tonight, I'm gonna make you. If I don't make you a fan of the sport, I'm gonna make you a fan of this guy. You're
Yep.
gonna say, please, next time this guy fight, please
Let me
call me.
know.
Let me know,
Mhm.
because I have to see him again. Like, listen, man, Espinoza, he has every tool in the toolbox. He got the
Everyone.
measuring tape, right? He got the wrench.
Got it.
He got the hammer,
Got it.
right? He got the screwdriver. He
Got
could
it.
put the pressure, right? And he could fall back. He could
Yep.
loose, bro. He a 5'2" fighter. A 5'2" fighter is
5.
what Espinoza is. And at 6'1", at
Yeah.
126, nah, put this nigga in jail, bro. That shit
Yeah.
ain't
Yeah.
that shit,
This shit is
bro.
not
That's
fair. It's
crazy.
not fair. It's not fair.
That's not fair, bro. That's like
Not
you
fair.
created a fighter in the fucking game.
No
And now you
gas.
beating everybody up. And like
Yep.
you said, bro, I didn't even fucking know that. So not like you said, not only he outthrew these guys, he outlanded them within the 6th, 7th round of this fight. And that
Yeah.
was 3 fights
Uh-huh.
by 3 elite fighters.
Uh-huh.
This is just crazy, man.
Uh-huh. They showed that
Espinoza,
stuff.
shout to you. Vasquez, shout to you. But I would say, though, is that there's opportunity there for someone to land that money shot on
Yes.
Espinoza.
Yes. You gotta have
But,
power though.
correct, I don't see it at 126. At 130, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. These guys are bigger, they stronger, and they could take more of a punch. At 126, I do not see anyone beating him. And even
Not
if they
happening.
land that money shot, I don't think it's going to really have much of an effect on him
The only
like it
way,
would if he was at 130.
the only way it would have to go to the body. You would have to hurt him to the body tremendously. Because
Yeah,
you got a chin, you know what I'm saying? And them niggas don't hit hard enough at that weight class.
correct, man. I mean, shout to Espinoza.
Wow.
He retains his title. What's next for him? I don't care. I'm just going to be
Put him
there to
anywhere.
watch
Put him anywhere.
anywhere. Clarence says Sebastian Fondora's little big brother. Yeah, bro.
Nah,
They the
but
twin
he got
towers,
he
bro.
got yeah, but he got a different level than Fandora though.
Yeah.
Fandora, 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 he has the capability, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But the way Espinoza put the shit together, bro.
So
Shit crazy.
Boxing Sauce said in the chat, in the way next year, Espinoza in the way. We'll get there. Let's get to the main event, Uno.
Uh-huh.
You have the return of Area 51 resident
Uh-huh.
Naoya in the way.
Uh-huh.
He was in the States. He came to check
Uh-huh.
his property out. I told him, yo,
Uh-huh.
everything is
Yeah.
good,
Uh-huh.
right?
All right. Yeah.
He goes, he fights Cardenas. Talk
Uh-huh.
to me, Uno. What was your thoughts on that fight?
Listen, man. Fight of the year so far, man. Has to
Okay.
be. You know why? Has to be because everything you just mentioned. Let's start with what you just mentioned. The monster, the Kraken. You know what I mean? Nigga came from Japan. You know what I'm saying? My son Godzilla pulled up. Said, I'm gonna come chill with I'm gonna come check my people in the States, man. Did you see how many Japs came out, dogs? Did you see the crowd, man? I would have loved to have been there with the Japs. Shout to the Japs, man. Even though we have that Paul Harbor situation between us, listen, man. You know what I mean? So listen, it's different. It's another conversation. But anyway, hold up. Now, coming after the Espinoza fight, this is what people don't understand, right? Like if you one of them hymns, like you say Maniac, like we say you put those cards together, there's gonna be people on those cards. Oh, I'm fighting for Canelo. I'm trying to take that. I'm trying to take this spotlight, right? And then
Absolutely.
it levels up, it levels up, it levels up. So Espinoza came out, set it off crazy, right? Now we have Cardenas. Shout to this. You got to see. It takes the fucking partner of dance to show what this shit happened, what it could be, right? Perfect game plan, man. And shout to listen. And a lot of times we don't agree, but shout to Tim Bradley, man. Hell of a fucking breakdown. Because the way he broke down the deficiencies in anyways defense, the slight deficiencies when he drops those hands, the timing, that's what Cardenas went for all night. And man, when I tell you, he went for it all night. He was there to fight. He stuck to his game plan, and it worked early because he knocked the shit out of Inoue in that second round. God
Yo,
damn, the way he knocked this nigga. Yo, dogs. I said, oh shit. Holy moly. Right? But listen to what a him does. The nigga sat there, took his time. IQ. I got time to take the all right. He took the whole count, got up, boom, boom, shook it off. Mental note, took the mental note. And from
yes.
that round on, the nigga couldn't land any of those time shots for the rest of the fight. And he was still there to fight, though. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't like he was, you know what I'm saying, getting beat up. But this nigga anyway was timing the shit, stepping back. The measuring tape was on full display. He was in his
Oh,
face, but wasn't in his face. Like right there. The punch would be right there, dogs. It was a bunch of times when niggas like, ooh, ooh, off a missed punch. That's how hard Cardenas was throwing the punches and how close them shits was to Inoue's face every time. And the nigga he was Bruce Lee in them shits.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he proceeded to break Cardenas down. Right? Shout out to Cardenas. He has a hell of a chin, first and foremost. Maximum heart, maximum grit. Feel me? And even when the shit started, looking a little shaky and it wasn't working, he stuck to it. And he still was fighting. He was in the phone booth. He was getting to the body anyway, too. It was times where anyways throwing to the body, he would throw to the body. What's up, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Trading shots. But then it came to a point, and even he said it. Yo, the nigga throws 10 punches, B. It's like, yo, I'm throwing 2. This nigga's throwing 6 back at me. I'm like, yo, he said it. Cardenas said it. It gets
Yeah.
overwhelming. It got overwhelming. And once he figured out that little fucking kink and what the game plan was, it was over. You know what I'm saying? So shout to Cardenas again because he made it a fight. He wasn't there to he wasn't happy to be there like you other niggas Friday and Saturday. You happy to be there ass niggas? Nah,
No.
that wasn't Cardenas, man. He just gained a fan. He gained
Yes.
several fans in a loss. You
A lot.
scary. I
No,
want
he.
to keep my you scary. I want to keep my zero ass niggas, Haney. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying? Y'all type of niggas fuck up the sport, man. So you gotta shout to Cardenas, right? And then shout. This is the him. See? You see? This is what I'm talking about. Mental note on the spot. Venga IQ. Yo, okay. Let me switch this up. Let me adjust. Right? Not keep doing the same shit. Oh, I see what he's doing, tactical shit. All in the midst of one fucking round. One round made that mental note, man. That's the difference. That's the difference. And then went out there and put on performance for the people, you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. So I can't let people like Canelo off the hook. You know what
No.
I mean?
You're
You
right.
can't let niggas off the hook because dude came over here. It's USA. We had USA straight through the fucking, you know what I'm saying? And look what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to anyway, man. Niggas, yo, what? That
Yo.
boy is a problem, man.
Yeah.
Even with
Thank
those
yo.
deficiencies, he's
Yeah. Yeah.
different.
And that's why even makes it even better, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
he shows vulnerabilities, and we know that. But you see, and look, man, you broke it down beautifully, man. What great fighters do, they make adjustments, right? Let's real quick. Let's go to Mayweather Mosley. We saw Mosley landed a fucking bomb. Fucking Mayweather knees buckle, almost went down.
Shit
You
was
like,
almost
oh,
atomic.
oh shit,
It was almost the A-bomb.
bro. It was almost that he almost turned Mayweather to Hiroshima with
You
that
heard?
bomb he landed. But what happened after Mayweather got out that round? I don't think Mosley landed 6 punches after that, the whole fight.
Nope. Nope.
Because that's what the hymns do. You, like you said, you adjust. You breathe. Okay, he got me. He got me. All right, he better than what I thought. He not here to be an opponent. Okay, he not a
Mhm.
welcome man. Now,
Yeah.
he here
Yeah.
to deliver. He FedEx right now. He here to
Yep.
deliver.
Yep.
And you
Yep.
know what?
And you
I ain't
embrace
trying to
that.
be home.
Yeah.
Leave
You
that shit
embrace it.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I ain't opening this door again. Hell no. Hell no, I ain't opening this door again. So on top of that, right? I think Cardenas he even played possum at times where he looked like he hurt, and then
Yeah. Wow.
the way he
Yeah.
was throwing, like you said, you can't fucking hear that shit from your fucking apartment, your house, wherever. You was like, oh shit. If he hit in the way with that, his fucking head gonna land on somebody's popcorn in fucking row 4. So for in a way to be poised, and again, you use your tools. Listen, I'm a better fighter than this guy. He caught me. Cool. It's boxing. Let me box. Let me use my jab. And of course, in a way, is such a fucking good combination puncher. He's gonna throw you 4, 5, 6, and it's hard
That's
to
that
come
drill.
back.
That's
Because on
that drill
top of
gun.
that, he that drill, and he fucking throws a lot of punches. He let his hands go. So you know that performance, man. By in a way, what a performance! But also shout to Cardenas,
Yo.
because I'll be the
Shout.
first to admit. I said this is gonna be a closed casket.
Yeah.
Now, in
Word.
the way,
We
put him in the
disrespected.
put him in the casket, but it was an open
Mhm.
casket, not a
Nah.
closed.
Nah. You know what's crazy? I don't even think I don't even think. Nah. He sent him to the ICU for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He sent him to the
Now
ICU. You
he put the
know what I
tube in
mean?
his mouth though, because
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
that was crazy work.
Yeah. Did you get to see the post fight when the interviews
A
with
little bit.
Cardenas?
So here we
With
go.
Cardenas?
The blunt truth almost turned Mayweather into Hiroshima. Yeah, bro. The boxing source. I didn't like Joel's Diaz strategy after Cardenas scored the knockdown. I agree. The
Yeah, they
boxing
didn't switch
source.
up.
I think
They didn't
I
switch up.
think he tried to just kept landing that money shot. You got to
Yeah,
keep
no adjustment.
working the monster, and then clearance big up. So yeah, man, that card, and you see,
Fade.
this was the messed up part about this. You know what time this card started on a Sunday? 10 p.m. Come on, bro. So a lot of people didn't watch this shit. So they
Mm-hmm.
all fixated on what happened Saturday and Friday,
Saturday.
but they didn't
Mm-hmm.
see what the fuck transpired on
Mm-hmm.
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, man, oh man,
The
that was the
realest.
card. That
That
was the
shit was
card right there.
crazy. It was crazy. It was,
Beautiful.
you know, so crazy. It was 2 possible fights of the year back to back. The
Yeah,
Espinoza shit, like the Espinoza shit, could have headlined another card.
yeah, yeah. No, definitely. So, Uno,
Yes, sir.
before we wrap it up,
Yeah.
real quick, because we got more boxing.
You ready?
We got more boxing this weekend. So, real quick, we get the return of another Area 51 resident,
Mm-hmm.
Emmanuel El Vecaro Navarrete
Oh, he's still. Hold
versus.
on. Hold on. I thought he was almost up for eviction.
He is. So, his last fight,
Yeah.
I gave him,
You
I
give him
said, yo,
extension?
I gave him 90 days.
All
If he
right,
win,
right.
if he look good, then I might take the eviction notice out. But
All
he
right.
going up against Suarez, for Navarrete's WBO junior lightweight, excuse me. Also, we got the return of Raymond Murataya,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, and then Giovanni Santillon is back too. Remember him, Brian? He was the one that cooked. He cooked. What's my man's name? Shit. They beat Blair the Flair. Rocha, Alexis Rocha.
Rocha.
Santion cooked Rocha, but then Brian Norman went and cooked him.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's on ESPN. Top Rank comes back to back weeks, and we have on the zone Anthony Kakashi, who dropped his belt. He beat Joe Cordina. He's taking on Lee Wood, right?
Okay. Okay, Lee
Across the
Wood.
Lee Wood is back with the funny haircut. He need a
You
real
heard?
barber, but he could fight, you know. And then, we not done yet. Then
We're not done.
shout the pro box. We get the return of the Hammerman, Erickson
Mm.
Lubin.
Mm-hmm.
So Uno, look, man.
And shout to Boxing Insider too. I think they got
Oh,
the card.
Friday.
Yep.
Shout about my man, my BX brother, man. Andy.
Yeah.
Andy is back. Andy is
Yeah.
back. Friday Boxing Insider. Shout
Yeah.
to my man Larry Goldberg,
Larry, what up?
promoter, New York City's #1 promoter. Is gonna be popping. Let me get to these comments. Here we go. Uno, you know. Good to see you, family. Crazy Effie. Crazy
Yeah, yeah.
_ Effie.
What up,
And
though?
Buzz. What up, Buzz? Buzz Four Corners. Let's
Buzz.
fucking go.
You see
Buzz
the Knicks, Buzz? Let's go, Knicks.
Yo, I know New York is crazy right now, man. Shout to y'all.
220-point comebacks, man. Stop playing, man.
That's
Stop
crazy
playing.
work.
Niggas
That's
let
crazy.
Mikal Bridges 14 points in the fourth quarter, and that's all the points he had the whole game. Nigga ain't scored to the fourth. Come on, man.
That's 2-0 for the Knicks. They better
Yeah.
not blow this game. They better not blow this series.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Maniac. Don't do that.
And they coming to New York now, right?
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that,
All
Maniac.
right.
Don't throw that in the universe, my man.
No. I'm just saying. Listen, they playing with house money.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be. It's gonna be. You know, it's gonna be really scrappy games 3 and 4. We'll see how they play out, man.
Who else we got in the chat?
Let me see. Yeah, that was it. Crazy Effie and Buzz.
All right.
Yeah, big win, both comeback by dubs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So look, man. Shout to everybody in the chat, guys. It's just me and Uno today. We cooked, as you can see, over an hour, 15 minutes. We broke down last weekend's cards. Buzz, you came through to the party. Shout to you, champ.
Yes, sir.
You already know. Four Corners family. All day, every day. So, look, man, again, so my boxing has a lot of boxing. 3 cards this Saturday. Navarrete, Lee Wood, Erickson Lubin, and of course, Friday, the Boxing Insider. Andy Dominguez.
I guarantee they all gonna be better than the trash we just saw on Friday and Saturday, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Crazy Effie. Shout to you too, brother. Thank you.
Sir.
Should be a big show next week. With the 17th or this week, Boxing Sauce? Because we got 3 cards. ESPN, DAZN, and Pro Box. So look. Thank you again, Top Rank, for saving the weekend. If you didn't watch those fights, please do so. Go to YouTube. They should be there. Rafael Espinoza versus Edward Vasquez. Naoya Inoue versus Ramon Cardenas. And trust me, you're not going to be disappointed. I promise you.
Guaranteed.
The Hell's Gate. The Hell's Gate 178. Yawa.
Yawa. Fighting that Yawa.
What? Yeah, man. Look.
What up, Young?
Again, man. Young. Oh, that's Young.
Yeah.
Young, what up, champ? Yeah, man. We need y'all. We need y'all earlier, man, in here.
Yeah.
We about to wrap it up.
You saw the news, though, right? You saw, wrapping it up, though. We finally gonna get that Inoue and MJ.
Yes. September.
Yeah.
Makadaliev.
Yeah.
That's the fight we want.
Are they gonna double up? Is it gonna be Crawford
Nah, it's in
Nah, they're
Japan.
gonna separate that.
It's in Japan. Yeah.
So it's probably gonna be another weekend like this then.
Yeah. It's gonna be. It might be. I gotta check. I think they got the date already.
You know
Yes,
what I mean? That'd be hot if they line it up like that again. Canelo
the
and then
Queen.
anyway back to back.
The
Back
Queen.
to back
What up,
days.
guys? I'm at work.
Mhm.
All right, man. So look, you already know, man. Every Wednesday, 15 rounds of boxing podcast presented by Four Corners. It's your boy, the Maniac of Mr.
Yeah.
Ball for Ball, UnoYouKno, Fight Night X, Mr. Y'all know what it is and who it is. Huh? And my brother, the heavyweight champ
Heavyweight
of the
champion of the
world,
world.
aka Bear Paw. So, you know it's the team. And shout to 40, Luminous,
Yes.
Bonzo
Cash
Blue,
420.
Cash 420. Oh, and
Yes,
also
sir.
shout to Made in Puerto Rico
Yeah,
for
made in
catering the
PR.
food.
Yeah, shout to Heck.
Y'all, man. Shout
Yeah.
to y'all, man.
And we was in there.
Saturday.
Yeah, we was in there. I was on my south side shit. You heard? Know what I mean? Baile.
Don't play with Uno, man. Listen, Uno have Boricua. So don't
Yeah, you already know.
he'll bring it out when he wants to. He'll bring that tool out. He got the toolbox tool dancing. Don't play with my man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So anyway,
Yes,
man, again, let me say, hold on. Let me see these last couple of boom. September 12th and September 14th.
Yeah, there we go.
Smash that like button.
Yeah.
Hellgates, don't get ran over out there. Buzz, peace and blessings. Buzz,
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, man.
Yeah.
Shout to y'all, man. Again,
Appreciate y'all. Love.
Tune in next Wednesday. We're live again, 9 p.m. here on YouTube. Till then, have a blessed week, my peoples. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you then. We out.
Yo, my brother,
One.
you're ready.
This is Four Corners Boxing.
Hello.
These guys are on the scene, making it happen. This is a New York freaking. You guys are New York, right here.
Yes.